Hello guys, today I want to show you what General Scribe build is capable of on 13 to 15 divine budget. This is what damage looks like on Uber Maven, and that's roughly 40 mil guards in DPS. The build greatly excels at doing invitations and normal bosses. It's fast and comfy, has a ton of solo DPS, mapping on it is nice and smooth, and you can do Sanctum with it. The only issue I have with it is that it's pretty squishy and a lot of Uber boss abilities one-shot you. You die in one hit from Cascade of Pain, Shaper Elder projectiles, and sometimes even from Maven auto attacks. Yes, you have more than enough damage to sometimes kill those bosses in seconds, but you still must know the mechanics very well in order to not die too many times. The build works by summoning Mirage Warriors using Genial Sky from corpses which you spawn while channeling Cyclone, and those warriors gonna be doing damage by using Blade Flurry, an active skill that's gonna be linked to a Genial Sky. It mainly scales from increased fist damage, attack speed, crit chance, and crit multiplier. The build is very easy and intuitive. You're probably not gonna have a lot of issues figuring it out. Just put Genial Sky on your left click, Cyclone on your right click, and use Berserk as often as you can for extra movement speed, attack speed, and damage reduction. Plus don't forget to pop Blood Rage for extra attack speed and Frenzy Charge generation. For extra solo DPS, you're gonna put down your totems and use Assassin Mark if you don't have Curse and Hit on your gloves, which you can put instead of multiple totem support if your links are full. If any of you are interested in the build leveling or progression, there's plenty of guides online. You will figure it out. Now let's get to the quick price breakdown of a mid to high budget setup. Paradoxica with crit multi awesome attack speed, 40 to 50 gas, Red Blaze Banner, 8 gas, or 0.5 to 1 divine with feast taken as elemental damage implicit, Abysses with +1 number of Mirage Warriors, 1 divine, Chest and Rings with life resistance stats, same with the boots plus movement speed. I personally focused on filling my cast resistances in those items. Also I chose those Eldritch implicits because I like them. Feel free to experiment and try something else. A Slatus Coil belt for 40 gas. And I use Shaper's Touch with vulnerability implicit, which costs only 5 to 10 gas because presumably it gives the most amount of solo DPS, but a lot of people seem to prefer Azinat's Touch to it, which would cost 10 gas, or at least 2 to 3 divines with vulnerability. Just in case you buy double corrupted gloves with 2 curses, they're gonna apply in alphabetical order, which means if gloves have elemental weakness and vulnerability not gonna work without the +1 curse. From flasks I like to use Quicksilver Flask and Diamond Flask with attack speed and crit chance on any of them, Bottle Faith for a huge damage boost and Lion's Roar, also put increased effect on them with Enkindling Orbs. This is going to be a large cluster, around 2 divines, but you can buy the one with only 2 notables to start with if you are a little tight on currency, and those are our medium clusters around 50k each. Both are pretty important, and those 3 notables are the ones you should be looking for first. Brutal Restrained Timeless Jewel of Nasima for around 40k, which you can check for useful notables in Timeless Jewel Calculator by entering its seed. Look for crit chance, attack speed, max life and accuracy. And you can find a nice amulet with flat fist, crit multi or +1 to gems and maybe life on it for anywhere from 50k to a divine, plus jewels with crit chance, crit multi, attack speed and maybe increased life that you can find for 50 to 100k each. To look for the best amulet and jewels, I strongly recommend the new POB items trade feature. It's gonna help you a ton. You can also find how to use it on YouTube. At last, don't forget that you will need open prefixes on both your rings and amulet to craft 2 reduced mana cost of non-channeling skills and reduced mana cost of channeling skills as well. That's very important for your build to function properly. You can learn reduced mana cost craft by buying Elrion's Welding on a trade for just 1 to 2 KS. Also anoint your amulet with Panopticon for a huge damage boost while your totems are active. Don't forget that you can copy and paste items in your POB to see how much damage they give you, just by clicking Ctrl-C on an item in game, or copying item from a trading website by clicking a copy item button, then Ctrl-V to paste it in the POB. Also buy a level 2120 Blade Flyer for only 35 gas, and here's a gem setup just in case any of you guys don't know how to use a POB. All of those items together should cost you between 13 to 15 divines, and put you at around 30 to 40 mil DPS. To boost your damage to a 50 mil plus DPS, you will have to buy a high rolled Paradoxica with fist damage and more attack speed, 2 to 4 divines, a good rolled Slatus Coil for around 3 divines, Impale Watcher's Eye for a huge damage boost, 3 divines. Also you can buy Awaken Cast while channeling level 5 for stun immunity while channeling for 2 to 3 divines. I also would recommend buying 5-way leveling on TFT because right now it's very cheap. It's gonna level you up in no time. This is my first time playing Genial Sky, so I hope I didn't miss anything or get anything wrong. I've been really enjoying the build so far. I'm gonna farm a bit more currency and then try farming Fiat for the next few days to see how profitable it is on my stream, so drop a follow if you're interested. You can also join my Discord server to know when I go live and ask me any questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I will see you next time. Bye bye.
Why? My irritation is growing. Stand still! How? A cascade of pain! Take this! Stand still!
I'm being hurt!
Ah!
This made
Why?
real.
Take this! How? Stand still!
Caretaker! To me!
I cannot
Let the blood dance begin! None resist my entropy. Another challenger! Life is so brittle. Another challenger! Shadow, rise and fight! Feel your life drain away. Mortal flesh is so fallible.
As it calls, the sky obeys.
None resist my entropy. Ah, worth the effort. Now go retrieve more challenges for the next round.